Greetings, my Hebrew Israelite brothers and sisters. This is the third Charles D. coming you coming to you today to talk just for a few minutes on Romans chapter 12 verse 1 and 2. Now I want to let you know right off the top that uh, my heart, my desire, my call is to help those that are more new in this walk or more are newer to the understanding that we are Hebrews, that we are Israelites, that we are not African Americans or colored people or black people. I know it's very popular right now, and more people are waking up to the fact that they have a heritage, a nationality. It's not just two continents, Africa and America, and we just basically kind of get to guess where we're from. We know that we come from Israel. We are the people of Israel. That's what Israelite means. The people of Israel. The man Jacob, his name was changed to Israel. He had 12 sons, and we are descendants from those 12 sons or those 12 tribes. And so, one of the first things we have to do is begin to change our minds, change the way that we think. And for our lives to be transformed, our mind must be transformed. And that's what Paul is talking about in these two verses here. So very quickly and very simply, I want to go over the first two verses of chapter 12 of Romans, and hopefully that can help somebody on their path and on their walk with knowing who they are and beginning to change to be who the Most High has called them to be. So let's start off by reading it. Romans chapter 12, verse 1 and 2 says, I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of the Most High, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto the Most High, which is your reasonable service. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of the Most High. So, the very first thing that we see Paul saying is that he is beseeching us, which means he is urgently imploring us or eagerly begging us. He is making an urgent appeal. So, it's telling us that it's very important that we pay attention to what he's saying because it does matter. And especially in the times that we live in, the times that he lived in, he could say time was short, but it's gotten shorter since then. And we know, looking around what's going on in the world today, time is short. And so he is beseeching us right now. What is he beseeching us to do? What is he urgently imploring us to do? Well, he's asking us to present, which means to make at the Most High's disposal, or to stand ready. So to be ready. So that means we got some work to do if we're going to be ready. We can't always be getting ready. I mean, we're always getting ready. At the same time, we have to be ready wherever we're at. We won't arrive until the Messiah comes and get us, but we must stay busy. Matter of fact, Messiah said that. He said, occupy till I come. We have to stay busy, but at the same time, we have to be ready to present. And what Paul was saying here is ready to present our bodies, ready to present our bodies, told to have at disposal our bodies. Why? Because our bodies now are the temple of the Most High. 1 Corinthians 6 and 9 says, what? Know ye not that your body is the temple of the Holy Ghost, which is in you, which ye have of the Most High, and ye are not your own. So he's saying we no longer own our bodies. Our bodies now belong to the Most High when we give our lives over to him fully and say, now I am yours. I want to do your will. I am at your disposal. I'm going to present my body as what? A living sacrifice, not a dead sacrifice, a living sacrifice. Messiah took care of that when he gave himself as offering on the cross. When he died and rose, he took care of the dead part of the sacrifice. But now we are living sacrifices, and just like uh, the time of our forefathers, when they made sacrifices, there were different things sacrificed for different reasons. Different sacrifices had different purposes, just like us. Not everybody's cut out to do the same thing. Different people have different purposes, but we all are supposed to be ready, presenting our bodies as a living sacrifice. That means it's not going to be easy. Sacrifices in times of old were killed uh, by that's the meaning of the sacrifice. So it's not easy. It's not an easy thing, but it's something that we are supposed to do, something we're commanded to do. We're supposed to be uh, and that sacrifice was without spot or blemish, which is a picture of sin. So what sin is, according to the Bible, 1 John 3 and 4 says, whoever committeth sin transgresseth also the law, for sin is the transgression of the law. So sin is transgressing the law. So if we're not going to sin, we have to know what the law is. We have to know what the laws are. We have to be familiar with them so that we don't transgress them. So that's the point: is we're going to be ready if we're going to be at His disposal as a sacrifice, as a living sacrifice. Part of our job is to purge the sin from our lives. Now, we understand that ultimately our sin has been cleansed by the blood of the Messiah. So the penalty for the sin has been paid by our Messiah. But on a daily basis, it is our duty and our job to understand, to learn the law, the commandments, the statutes, so that we don't transgress them, so that we purge the sin from our lives on a daily basis. We're supposed to be holy, which means set apart. We're not supposed to be like everybody else. We're not supposed to live like everybody else. We were never designed to do that. We were designed to live differently, set apart. That's what holy means. If you have a bunch of people in the room, and the one person in the middle here, the person that's red, he's the one that's set apart. He's the one that's different. And I understand that it's hard sometimes. It's hard sometimes if everybody around you is. I mean, right now it's about to be Easter, and everybody's going to say Happy Easter. He is risen. They're going to try to inject all kinds of Christian terms and biblical terms that they think it points to, but we know that Easter has nothing to do with the things of the Most High. So we're going to be set apart. We're going to be the ones that are saying we don't celebrate Easter. We were commanded to celebrate Passover, to do that in remembrance of what the Most High did for our ancestors back in Egypt. It's not easy, but He says it's our reasonable service. If we're supposed to do this, we're capable of doing it. That's what reasonable means. It means it's not beyond reason. We are able to do this because the Most High, by His mercy and His grace, gives us the ability to do these things. So we're supposed to be ready to present our bodies as a living sacrifice, set apart, which is acceptable to the Most High. And that is something that is not beyond reason. I will deal with verse 2 in part 2. I'll see you there.